Hey guys, just another video here I wanted to do. I'm sure some of you will see I uploaded a video from work today for somebody that I mentioned, Andy, uh, over at Boltec.com. Mentioned that site numerous times. If you go to Boltec.com, it takes you here. Just click on forum. And I mentioned in the video he's building a half-scale 8270. For the most part, he's probably going to do some modifications, but the small-scale bowling forum, you just click this here, and this is the main thread. A new half-scale bowling lane started by the Ultimate Andy. He's really made some amazing progress, and I do hope that video is helpful to him. I just wanted to give him another shout out because he's really doing some incredible stuff. Stop over, check this out. It's really awesome. And hopefully the rest of you guys that are just looking for pin setter related videos, you'll enjoy that also, showing how the pin feed works and everything like that. So that was one thing. Want to do some more updates. There's not really a whole ton of stuff to report, but I know a lot of you guys were curious about the storm, Hurricane Sandy when that came through, and then we got hit with a nor'easter after that. So far, everything seems like we all made out pretty well. I'll do the hurricane stuff first. I mentioned I was going to add a channel here, my feature channel, the Seaside Park NJ, right here. My old pin chaser assistant mechanic. Obviously, by his name, he has a place down in Seaside. He stopped in again today, and give him shout outs all the time. It's always good to see him. We worked really well together. We had a lot of fun at work. We just had, I guess, matching personalities, and he stops in pretty often, and it's always good to see him. I'm always happy when he stops in. As I mentioned, he made out okay. The big issue now, I mean, for the most, there's some damage, obviously. The big issue now, for the most part, is being able to access that area. They're really not letting people down there for the most part because it's pretty bad. He did well. He said one of his basements had flooded, that he was able to run a generator and pump out when he was down there for, I think they let people down there for maybe 6 hours or something about a week ago, and supposedly they were going to let him back the next day. And we were discussing this when he stopped up at work tonight, and supposedly, from what he had said, somebody drove into a sinkhole in one of the roads nowhere near where he's at, and so all the police that were down there babysitting, making sure nobody was going around looting and doing stupid shit like that in the middle of a crisis, they were going around with their bullhorns or PA systems, or whatever the hell you want to call it, and saying, tomorrow's canceled, you're not coming back down here, it's not safe, whatever. We discussed that in depth. If it's not safe down there, you shouldn't let the people down there to begin with. And apparently that was nowhere near him. He said the mayor of Seaside had gone around and everything in that area was safe. So, I mean, it's really a catch-22. I mean, thank God he made out really well, and damage wasn't too bad, and, you know, if he just had a little bit of time, he could get back on his feet, and once everything was settled in, he could just go down there and pretty much be good to go. But he can't get down there, so they were saying there's problems with the whole natural gas infrastructure. That's going to take 6 to 8 months to repair the whole thing, and I don't know. So I just wanted to give him a shout out, let you know how he was doing. He's pretty frustrated, obviously, because he can't get down there to work on anything, and I can completely understand that. And of course, he's happy at the same time because several things were just absolutely destroyed. I mean, the destruction and pictures I've seen of everything down there is just absolutely unbelievable. But that's that. I want to give him a shout out also. He did make a video when he was down there. Check out his channel. It's right on my page here. Seaside Park NJ. It's in my featured channels. I said I would add it, and I did. I meant to do that a long time ago. But he went down there and filmed for a short video for the little time he was down there. So if you guys want to check that out, it was a pretty cool video. Another buddy of mine from Boltec that I met through Boltec, and we talk back and forth pretty much daily through emails or on the phone here and there for many years. Fred, he lives about 45 minutes north of me. He was also mentioned in that thread I mentioned over at Boltec. If you guys want to check that out, let me just pop back in here. It was in the general discussion. I'm not sure. I'm already logged in, as you can see. Some of the forums might not show up unless you guys are registered. I'm not really sure, but it was right here in the non-bowling general discussion. Frankenstorm Sandy. This was the thread where everybody was, you know, hey, where's Rep and these other guys, and that they hadn't heard from. So this is pretty much the thread I've been mentioning a lot, and you can check that out. But anyway, my buddy Fred, I heard from him a few days ago before the nor'easter had hit, and he you know, pretty similar story. He was still out of power. We were out for about 3.5 days here, which was annoying, obviously, but really not the end of the world. I live at home with my mother, and she has nerve issues and chronic pain and swelling. And for us, we always keep the house cool anyway. So I was looking. I have a little thermometer in my room, and the coldest night while our power was still out, it was still about 60 degrees in my room, which is fine. My bedroom, where I am now, is upstairs, so I mean downstairs it was obviously chilly, and that would be chilly for anybody else, but I'm hot all the time anyway, and she needs a cool to keep some of the swelling and inflammation down, so we made out okay. You know, gas stove, gas water heater, so we were alright. It was just, you know, dark. We didn't have anything to do, just listening to the radio with flashlights, but, you know, no big deal. He's been out of power pretty much since I was Monday. That Monday night, he lost it around 5 or 6, I think he said. Mine stayed on until about 9, but I got mine back in about 3.5 days, and I spoke to him Tuesday, I believe, on the phone from work, and he was still out of power. He did have a generator that he hooked up, which took a crap on him. He just can't. I feel so bad for him. He couldn't get a break through this whole thing, and his neighbor had a nice big generator and said, "Hey, you know, tap into this, run your heat, stay comfortable." So he did that, and he said when he was out there, he had tripped over a wire and busted his lip open, had to have stitches, and it was just a mess for him. I really feel for the guy. He's an awesome guy. You know, I think the world of him. He's a good friend. We've met several times in person, and I said we talk pretty much constantly back and forth. But what he was saying is, up by him, it was really a mess with trees and power lines. Just, I mean, all over his area were just down. It happened. I mean, don't get me wrong. It happened statewide, but in this area, it was a lot more spotty than by him. And finally, today I got a text from him this afternoon, and it said all it needed to say. It said power with 3 exclamation points. So I was very happy to hear that. He's doing good. He's got his power back. He's going to be returning back to normal slowly but surely. So that was some good news that I wanted to share, because he's a good friend of mine, and I didn't really hear a whole lot when I did the last video. I haven't heard anything more from my aunt really about her beach house, but hopefully, aside from some water damage, that's going to be alright also. So some good news. Just trying to keep you guys in the loop. I apologize. I know I do start rambling on when I do these type of videos, but there's things that I just want to say and just get it out there. It's kind of, for me, it's I enjoy making these videos. I know for the most part the response has been positive. Somebody disliked my other video, but you know what? Whatever. I just happened to notice that, and I have people that are curious about me, the guy behind these videos, and I have personal friends on here as well. And I'm assuming that's somebody that just found it from a search that was looking for like pictures of hurricane destruction or something like that. Well, that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to keep my friends in the loop and let everybody know what's going on, at least in my area, and for people that I know personally. So if you don't like it, that's fine. Dislike it. Leave me a comment and say why. Don't just leave me a dislike. I mean, you're more than welcome to share your opinion, but let me know why you don't like it. Don't just click the dislike button and that's the end of it. Just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So whoever it was, go fuck yourself. How about that? Trying to do something here for my friends and keep people in the loop that I know that watch my channel for other reasons. Anyway, onward. So when was it? Wednesday night. Wednesday and into the very, very early hours of the morning. Thursday we had a nor'easter come and hit us. And usually no big deal. We get them a lot. It's usually just rain and wind, or if it's cold, snow. The concern here was possibly onshore winds. You know, the wind's blowing onshore, blowing more water into flooded areas. The wind itself from the wind itself, and trying to say two thoughts here and make them two separate thoughts when they're really the same one. But the wind, the rain, you know, making the ground soft in certain areas, and also if it turned into snow, the weight of the snow on power lines, trees, and that kind of thing. I mean, which normally isn't too big of a deal, like I said, but with this hurricane that just came through, the stuff that didn't come down, a lot of it was weakened, so there was a big concern, you know, are there going to be more trees coming down with the combination of everything? I mean, even just the wind alone, if something's weakened and was ready to come down and didn't, you know, a 35 mile an hour, 40 mile an hour wind could bring it down. So that was Wednesday afternoon until not long after midnight. It turned into a pretty good snow affair, actually. There's not much left of it because it warmed up pretty good here, but they were initially saying, you know, mainly slushy, a little bit of a slushy accumulation, maybe an inch or two. Well, we ended up with a good 3 to 4 inches by the time it was all said and done here. And Fred, I said he's about 45 minutes north of me. He said pretty much the same thing, maybe a little more snow. But all in all, everybody that I know, it didn't really cause too much damage. I was listening to the radio. I heard some trees did come down, some utility poles, and I know one power company has said another, I think it was 120,000 people or something lost power from that storm. But thank God around here, for the most part, everything seemed to be okay with it, which was good news. It was a little worrisome, especially with after the hurricane came through. And another good thing, the winds down at the shore, they stayed blowing from the west and northwest, so it kept the ocean where it belongs, out in the ocean, instead of blowing and pushing the water inland. So that helped also in the badly flooded areas. I didn't hear a lot about flooding. It was mainly snow and most of it's melted, and I haven't really heard a whole lot about that, which is good news. So I wanted to mention that also. I talked to a few guys about that. As far as videos, I mentioned Andy, the Ultimate Andy over at Boltech. So he was talking about hope maybe using Brunswick's setup for his machine. So I said I would get him some videos. I thought that was a better way to go. There's just too many variables with the AMFs and the pin orientation. So hopefully that's helpful. As I mentioned in the video itself, if there's anything else I could do, just let me know. Video or you know, just answering questions or whatever. So just let me know. As far as other videos, there's going to be a few more from work. I mentioned in this pin feed video here. Let me run to my inbox real fast because I could not remember the guy's name, and I apologize. Believe it was Brunswick Master, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. For some reason it's not showing up here. But anyway, he had sent a couple of requests. Wanted to see the last 4 lanes running 9 through 12. I did this video on lane 9, so you could see that at least for now. It's a little bit of a difficult thing for me to do. With only 12 lanes, usually during league times, I'm pretty much the only one there on the desk. Anything up front and the back, just keep the machines going. So I can't really be in the back for too long. Possibly some night if there's a group or there's some open bowling going on and I'm working with somebody, I could run in the back for a few minutes and get some video for you. I mean, it'll happen. I just don't know when. And pretty much the same deal. He wanted to see some more rake videos from me. If I go to my video manager here, I uploaded a bunch of these over the years. Where? YouTube is all fucked up right now. My God, this new design is horrible. It's changing everything. But you can see there's a bunch of rake videos in here, and I didn't show all the lanes he wanted to see. Some of the ones I didn't show, which isn't a problem. I can get him some video of that. Just the same kind of deal that I can do by myself, but I need the place to be pretty empty. I don't want to be, you know, walking up and down the lanes while people are bowling. I obviously can't do it during league time, but I'd rather not be doing it while there's open bowling either. So as time allows, when I can, I would definitely fulfill those requests for you. I apologize. I always try to get my requests filled as soon as possible, but some of them for me are just a little bit difficult, and these are going to be some difficult ones for me to film probably. But I will. You have my word. I responded to you, and I will get those filmed and uploaded as soon as I can. And I guess that's about it. I've blabbed long enough. Just wanted to add a little post note to this pin feed video here, and mention some of my friends and what kind of news I've heard continuing from the hurricane and also from that nor'easter that hit. So all in all, everything's going pretty well. Let's see. I think that was about it. That's good enough for now. I've talked long enough. As always, I thank all of you guys. You're awesome. I love the interaction. And as always, I thank you for clicking the like button, subscribing, commenting, etc. And feel free to contact me in any means necessary. Channel comments are still good. They're working. I just checked them not that long ago because who the hell knows with this new YouTube design. It's horrible. Who knows what they broke. But yeah, you can post a channel comment or video comment or private message, and as I always say, I thank you guys for the support. I really do appreciate it, honestly, truly, and I will respond personally to each and every comment and message that I receive. I always do. You have my word on that. And yeah, that's about it. Wrap it up for now. Thanks again, guys, for everything, and I'll talk to you soon.